PTLLS qualification is available in level 3 and level 4. Now for most of you, level 3 is more than enough. Level 3 is the normal one that most people would do. It enables you to teach, and it's the industry standard. It also allows you to then go on to future levels. So if you want to go up to your kettles and dettles, then PTLLS level 3 is the entry requirement. Having it at level 4 would give you a level 4 qualification. Now a lot of people may never want to go higher than PTLLS, so having that level 4, this is a really good time to do it. If you do want to register for your course as a level 4, then there's a couple of things you need to do. A, there's an extra fee on it. Currently the fee on there is £100 plus the VAT, and that would enable you to then run through the whole of the level 4. Now some people say to us, well, if I don't pass level 4, do I lose? No. If you don't pass level 4, you would then go down to level 3. But in most cases, because we're giving you the review and the support, you will find you'd have not too much problem with it. There's a couple of key differences with it. Now probably one thing to do is look at the question differences. Sometimes it might just be almost one word changed. So if we look to start with at the level 3 question, this is question 1 on level 3. Describe what your role, responsibilities and boundaries would be as a teacher in terms of the teacher training cycle. Recommended word count 300 to 500 words. At level 4, review what your role, responsibility and boundaries are as a teacher in terms of the teacher training cycle with a word count of 500 to 700. The two sort of key different words here. One says at level 3, describe, and at level 4, review. So what you need to do with these is put a lot more thought into it. With level 3, it's really just running through and answering the question, and you answer it through in paragraph format. When you go on to level 4, you do need to do a lot more research. You need to look and analyse much more. It has to be a level 4 written assignment. So we need to increase the amount of quality you've got in there. So what we've got on the question sheet, so when you get your packs through, we have one standard pack for both levels, and then you have a supplementary pack for the level 4. So if you want to go for level 4 later on, or you don't want to decide until the day you come on the course, then we can just upgrade the pack. So what you need to do to start with is there's a candidate information book at the front. Just replace that with the one in the level 4 pack, and you also need to change the question sheets. So you've got your theory questions and your practical questions. Make sure you change those to level 4. You don't want to start doing level 3 questions instead of level 4. If we just look at a couple other little main changes. When you look through the main question sheet, down towards the bottom of it, you'll see some different questions on there, or different notes and guidelines. And the first thing we need to do is make sure it's typed and word processed. So exactly the same as level 3, but we need to have the question at the top of the page, and do the question in bold. So it's obviously the question, not just part of your assignment. So then put it into proper paragraph format, so it looks nice and tidy. Spaces between your paragraphs, make sure there's no spelling mistakes, make sure you're using the correct English. At the bottom of the question sheet, you'll see there's some different things you need to do. So if you have a look at these as well. At level 4, candidates need to demonstrate in their assessment a depth of knowledge and understanding appropriate to that level. So we need to make sure that you really do understand, and you show in your assignment that you understand at the correct level the subject that you're going to be reviewing. So we also say this should be reflected in an understanding of the relationship between the theory, principles and practice. So you need to make sure that you can apply this really well. You need to relate it back to your workplace and also look at the theoretical sides of teaching within the given subject. Evidence of research and reading. You do need to do research, not just with the books that we send you. Have a look through on the website, look at other books, search the internet. Do some research on the subject and find some different opinions. You might be able to make a quote. You actually quote somebody who has looked at an area, maybe inclusion or something, and you can put a little quote from them. That's really good. This is the sort of thing you need to do at level 4. Evidence of consideration of practice that is in accordance with professional values. So we need to make sure we do apply this and also apply it through. Again, this comes to your research you can be doing. Not just writing about it, applying it and ensuring that we get as much information in there as possible. The other thing you need to do is you need to write in academic style, and you also need to use the Harvard referencing system. Now you have some links on the sites and that and in your packs where you can look through on helping you with the Harvard referencing system. If you're going to quote somebody, you need to quote where you found that information, who it was written by, and the year and the publisher. And you need to write that at the bottom of the assignments. So we would expect you to have some references on each of your assignments. Not just one or two of them, you need to make sure you've referenced them all. If there's any quotes there, make sure that you give the proper credit for those quotes at the bottom. If you've used certain things for referencing, make sure that they're listed on the form. Now, the referencing side is something you're going to have to do more homework on. It's in the books we've given you, but you need to also study it. But there's some web links there as well, which will help you in how to do referencing. Now, level 4 is not for everybody, but it does give you a good opportunity while you're here on the course, while you're working through this course, is to get yourself a level 4 qualification. You'll get a lot more out of the course at level 4 because you do need to do a lot more studying, but it's a little bit harder work. Have a think about it. If you need to know more information, talk to your tutor, talk to us. And if you want to upgrade and you've already gone on level 3, again, that's no problem. We can send you out the different pack.